So let's get started talking about how to find the area and perimeter of rectangles and squares. This is old news. This should be nothing new. Let's look at perimeter first. So perimeter, of course, is the sum of the length of the sides of a figure, all the way around a figure. So perimeter of a rectangle, perimeter of a square. Perimeter, or rather everything in this unit, perimeter and area, is always positive. You should never get a negative answer because distance in our purposes is not negative. Perimeter. So 2L plus 2W. What does L and W stand for? Length and width. Yes, very good. Now, the perimeter formulas are not on your formula chart, but you know how to find perimeter even without a formula. The formulas just help make it faster. Okay? So that's perimeter. Let's talk about area. When you're finding the area of something, you're finding the number of square units contained in a region. There's the textbook definition. Area of a rectangle, length times width. But just to let you know, on your formula chart, the area of a rectangle, it's going to say base times height. Those are interchangeable, but I wanted you to know the two different ways you're going to see it. And then area of a square, side squared, but on your formula chart, it's not going to say area of a square equals side square. On the formula chart, it's going to assume that you know that a square is a rectangle, and therefore a square is going to be base times height. But we know the base and the height are the same on a square, and so it's just side squared. I just want to give you all the information about what you'll have when you're taking a test. You'll have the formula chart, but not all the formulas look like the ones that we are showing you right now. Okay, let's dive right into examples. That's all we're doing today. Lots of examples, and then I'll let you work on your homework. You'll have time to get it done in class. Okay, I give you the perimeter. You find the length and the area. I heart formula charts. So Austin, give us the length, and Hussein, give us the area. Whenever you're ready. Ooh, 24 is the area, okay. Austin. Oh, 6, you already got it, 6. Okay, I got it, okay. Sorry. So you can go about finding the length the formula way, which I wrote on the board. So you would say that 20 equals 2L plus 8. You would subtract 8. 12 equals 2L. And you would divide by 2. And that's how you get 6. Or you can just stare at it and you can just be like, oh, okay, if this is 4, this is 4. Because we learned last unit that opposite sides are congruent. Okay. And then, okay, I've used up 8. 20 minus 8 is 12, and then I know I have to put it equally here and here, so 12 divided by 2. So it's up to you if you kind of just look at it and reason it out, or if you use the formula. And then obviously once we have the length and the width, we can multiply them to get the area. Be careful on your units. Perimeter is 1D, length is 1D, so you would put feet, and then area is 2D, feet squared. Find the perimeter and area of the rectangle. Round to the nearest whole number. Do not round until the very end, though, please. We should be in that habit of not rounding until the very end. Carson, find the perimeter. George, find the area. Uh-oh, what has returned? We haven't seen this in a while. What has returned? Tig? Trigonometry has returned. Yes, it has. But y'all love trigonometry, so it's okay. While George and Carson are getting their answers ready, I will start to set it up. I'll call this X first. I'll find that first. So we've got opposite and hypotenuse. And then if we call that Y. Both times, would we multiply or divide? You ask yourself, hey, where's the variable? The variable's in the numerator. That doesn't start with a D. So we're going to multiply. Very good. What mode should you be in? Check your mode. Mode check. Should be in degree mode. We haven't done that in a while. Carson or George, are y'all ready with an answer? Area. 451. I got 451, George. Times 2 plus, did I do one of my trigs wrong? 493 times 2. Carson, I did not get a number that big. Okay, we need to stop. Everybody stop what you're doing. Yes, Tahani, I said to round at the very end to the nearest whole number. At the very end. If you round as you go, you're getting farther and farther and farther away from the correct answer. So, Carson, did you get X and Y the same as I did? $15.493. Yeah, Albert, I got 89 for the perimeter. Very good. 89 if you round it to the nearest whole number. We don't have units. And then for the area, I got 451. Okay, Carson, which one did you get different, X or Y? So we're going to move on. 89 and 451. Find the perimeter and area of the square. Brandon, you get perimeter. Albert, you get area. Since it didn't say to round, that means we are keeping our answer exact. Brandon and Albert. Brandon, Albert. I'm ready when you guys are. That's better. That's what exact means. Yes. Okay, so each side is 8 root 2 over 2. Each side is 4 root 2. There's 4 sides, so there's 4 root 2 times 4. So we get 16 root 2. And then for our area, we know area is side squared. So you can think of it, you can think of it as 4 root 2 squared, or if you'd rather think of it like that, you can think of it like that. Either way. 4 squared is 16. Square root of 2 squared is 2. So 16 times 2, just making sure I'm doing this right, 32, and we have to put units. On this one it's meters squared, and perimeter is 1D, so it's meters. Is everyone okay? 16 root 2 meters and 32 meters squared. Okay. Next problem. Find the perimeter and area of the figure. So you can immediately put an 18 where both of the tick marks are, 18, 18. And then what I recommend, especially when a figure gets a little bit crazier than this one, I recommend looking only vertically and then looking only horizontally. So let's look at everything that's vertical. Okay, so if we look at only the vertical segments, we've got 18, we've got 5, we've got missing, and we've got 8. So I know that these pieces will all fit into there. If I had put my pencil down, I could drag them. These 3 would add up to this long one. So if I've got 18 and I've used up 8 and I've used up 5, well, 18 minus 8 is 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. So I know that that one right there has to be 5. Then you can look at all the ones that are horizontal. And I know this might seem silly right now, but it'll be a good strategy when you have pictures that are even more complicated. So now I look at all my ones that are horizontal. So I've got, now these don't fit as pretty as the yellow ones did. I've got 20 and I've used up 18. So I know hanging out right here is 20 minus 18. Hanging out right there is 2. And that's going to help us. Look at the blue one that says 9. You see the 9? Well, if this is 9 and I've used up 2, then I've got 7 left. So there's 7. Now I can erase the 2 so I don't accidentally think that that's part of my perimeter. Then you make sure, have I labeled every single segment? Is there any segment without a label? And you say, nope, there's no segments without labels. And then you get your calculator out and you start adding. 18 times 2 plus 5 plus 7 plus 5 plus 9 plus 8 plus 20. Cool? Did y'all get the same thing as me? I haven't said what I got yet. 90. And there's no units. For area, I bet you could figure it out pretty easily. You divide that up into rectangles and squares, mainly rectangles. Divide it up however you want. So you get to add the segments and you get to decide what the rectangles are. So I could make this, I could draw this segment, and this could be one of my rectangles. And then I could make, I'm trying to think what I want to do. I won't know the length there, but anyways, can make that one of my rectangles, and then I have that last rectangle that's already there for me. So this one right here would be 5 by 18. This one right here would be 20 by 8. And then this one right here, let's see, it would be 5 by 20 minus 9. 5 by 11. Okay. However you want to get the area is perfectly fine. If you divide it up differently, you will get the same answer as me. 5 times 18 plus 55 plus 20 times 8. What do y'all get? What'd you get for the area? Yay! 305 units squared. You don't have to put units squared. If I don't give you units, you don't have to give me units back. Okay, let's move on. Find the length and the perimeter of the rectangle. You are finding these in terms of x. Your answer will not be a number. It'll be an expression. I'm going to let you think about it. I'm just curious, have y'all learned polynomial long division? Yes, the length is x plus 7, yes. Okay. I mean, it's so obvious. Okay, what numbers multiply to get 14? Well, one of the numbers is 2, so the other number is obviously 7. So this is definitely an easy one. I'm not going to sit here and teach you polynomial long division, but that's something that I learned in algebra, so I was curious if y'all did too. Oh, you want me to? Okay. It works just like division. How many times does x go into x squared? Well, x goes into x squared x times. So then you multiply it through. X times x is x squared, and x times 2 is 2x, and then you do your usual thing, you do the subtracting thing, and you get 0. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to put 2x, you know what I meant. Glad I'm paying attention. Okay, no, I did mean to put 2x. Oh man, Miss Stanton. So these go to 0, 9 minus 2, 7x plus 14. And then you say, hey, how many times does x plus 2 go into 7x plus 14? Well, it goes in 7 times, because if you multiply 7 times x, you get 7x. 7 times 2, you get 14, and you subtract those, and you have 0 remainder. 0 remainder. Don't worry about it. Why would I put 2x? Because when you're dividing, like, how many times does 2 go into 70? You say how many times 2 goes into 7, 3 times, and you multiply 3 times 2, and you put it there, right? So you multiply what's on top by the one outside, and I don't even know the right words because I'm not your algebra teacher. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, pretend that never happened. Unless you understood it. I bet some of you understood it. So the length is x plus 7, and the perimeter is, how many x's do we have? X plus x plus x plus x, 4x, 7 plus 7 plus 2 plus 2. As long as you understand this part, then don't worry about my side note about long division, okay? Are we ever going to have to use long division? No. Are you going to have to do the length and the perimeter? Yes. But you can find the x plus 7 by using common sense. 2 times what is 14? You didn't have to do long division. I don't know if they do it in Algebra 2. Let me ask the Algebra 2 team leader next period. I'll send her an email. Do y'all do polynomial long division? I'll ask. You could have also factored it, Quan. You could have factored it. Yep. All right, just for fun, find the area of the shaded region. So, would y'all rather do find the area of the whole rectangle and then subtract out the white? Do you want to do subtraction? Or do you want to just find the area of the green and add them up, the 4 greens and add them up? Just find the areas of the greens. Okay, so for each green, all we need is a length and a width. All we need is a length and a width. So for this green, we've got 10, and we've got 56 minus 20, right? And we've got 2 of those. So 2 times 10 times 36. That'll take care of that and that. Are we okay with that so far? Oh, you're already done. Oh, okay. Okay, wonderful. Let's do the other one real quick. Did you do Pythagorean theorem? Is it pretty? 85 squared minus 36 squared, square root of 5,929. It is pretty! 77. So for both of these, plus, there's 2 of these, it's 10 by 77. 2 times 10 times 77. Alrighty. 2 times 10 times 36 plus 2 times 10 times 77. Dun da da da. Very good job, guys. 2,260 squared units. Beautiful. Last problem. Last one. You did great, guys. On this one, I would recommend doing the whole rectangle minus the white rectangle instead of finding the 4 different triangles. So let's focus on finding the side lengths that we don't know yet. Okay. 12 is across from 60. Ooh, that's bad news. Okay. So 12 divided by root 3. Rationalize, or if you knew how to get straight there, that was fine. So that goes across from 30, and then across from 90, that's going to give us the side length. That's good. 8 root 3. There we go. Okay. Now let's work in this little triangle. In this little triangle right here, is there a color that shows up on pink better? That's a little bit better. In that triangle, we need to find out which angle is which. Now, if this is 30, and this is a rectangle, so this is 90, 180 minus 30 minus 90, that makes that guy 60 right there. So that makes that guy 30. Oh, yay, the 2 is across from 30. Good news. Okay, so 2 is across from 30. So across from 60 would be 2 root 3. And across from 90 would be 4. We now have all the information we need to find the area. Do y'all have an area? Have y'all guessed an area yet? Let's find the area of the whole rectangle. The whole rectangle. Now, I know that this is symmetrical because of how these angles are working. So if that's 2 root 3, then this is the same. So the length is 14, 12 plus 2. Length times width, the width is 6 root 3. So there's the area of the whole rectangle. Length times width, base times height. Now let's do the area of the white rectangle. Minus the area of the white rectangle would be 4, the length, times 8 root 3, the width. Okay, so then we do 14 times 6. So it's 84 root 3 minus 4 times 8, 52. Whew, that was a good K-level problem. No decimals! George! Oh, man. No decimals unless the problem specifically says round to the nearest blank. Yes, but you know what? I'm a hypocrite. What? On a test, I would mark all that hard work. I would mark it wrong. Because you are like 1/10,000th of a decimal place off. That's wrong. Okay, anyways, that's it for rectangles and squares. Y'all can start on your homework.